see Order pick that one up over RBG, even though they're not at the top of the hierarchy in North America, is not too bad of a performance. And I think voting, coming back into Australia, that probably shows that they're at least pretty decent on that map, because obviously a lot of Aussie teams don't really like their Overpass too much.
Yeah, that seems to be the case. Now, VERTEX, I know that they've got a pretty strong Overpass, and that's why it is their map pick coming into this series. Also, probably because they saw the result yesterday between LFO and Order, and think they're in with a pretty good shot. But let's see if Order's changed anything up going into today, Mitch.
Is it time for PZ to drop 29 kills? That's what I'm wondering. Maybe he can whip out the AWP and give Order a little bit of a whipping as well. But I guess only one way to find out as we jump into the pistol round here. VERTEX setting up outside of the monster tunnel, chilling out a little bit, taking their time. PZ's going to go play around in the playground. He's tested out the swings. He said that's pretty nice. He's got some sand in between his toes, and he's actually made his way into long 8.
It seems like VERTEX, they're just going to be smacking those brakes for the moment. Happily just holding control of Monster and waiting for Order to maybe over-aggress. They are very much postured to play for retake on A, aren't they?
Yeah, play retake almost everywhere, really. I mean, they've got Ricky in short B, kind of playing for picks. I think it really is all down to PZ, and I think he's kind of gone ring around the rosy. He's basically gone past USTILO, who isn't going to check this side of bathroom. So oh wow, USTILO's actually, oh my god, that's some of the worst timing I've ever seen. He made a step, and PZ, that gives him a free beat. Now VERTEX, they're probably going to activate towards beat. But they're still biding their time, actually. PZ's just taken over by himself, Mac.
Okay, well, you did say it was his chance to have his career performance, and that's a good start. 2 kills already on the board. We'll see if there is more potentially going to come through from here. But, it's the split in. Players still down here with that short control for Order, so potential for a retake. But, Brace, he's in their way, and he's tapping heads like there's no tomorrow. So, Ricky, he had a pretty good game yesterday. But off to a rougher start here. 2v5 is not an angle you see one too often. But with that monster control, about 20 seconds to get back to site here, Mitch. It looks like there may be an opportunity. But Vexite, he's going to have to try to pick up the pace. Missed opportunities coming through there. And it's all up to Big Rick, who's going to be swinging here at Monster. Apoc Dud wins his engagement. Only Brace to fall. And that's a very clean start to Overpass for VERTEX.
Yeah, just all of the things that you love to see VERTEX do, just having all the right angles covered, the communication's on point. PZ is just calling the audible, telling the boys to just chill out until he can potentially find enough picks to cause a bit of a rotation. And he's just found a perfect gap in the defense. A fortunate case of timing. It was pretty clear what Order wanted to be doing there, but, sometimes that happens. Order now into the force buy, quick smoke from spawn straight into the monster tunnel to try to set up Valiance to put himself onto the line and further just continue cycling the utility over there. But actually, he's going to be playing over towards the water side. So I think more of a lean towards the A side of the map yet again here for Order. As you see the protocols come out for VERTEX, smoke to toilets, you get the flash over the top of Divider, and they're going to start working this A side of the map and pitch through Con.
Ricky just waiting for any form of contact here. He's feeling it yesterday. Not too sure what he's going to be able to do with the scout, though. In comes this contact. Oh, the timing. Definitely not favoring Ricky there. They're going for the inside bathroom setup. Vexite, short nose on the Deagle. And VERTEX, they are looking to clear this one through. Drawn attention, though, Vexite. The triple spam is good for 1, but no more. And that's the man advantage now, as we are going to see VERTEX speed things up towards the A site. Gyra in the corner, finishing off what Ricky started. And it could get awkward, but ADDICT saves the damn day for now. Still a man advantage. And Order, they've got this flank coming through from USTILO. And the bomb yet to be planted. ADDICT back towards long. And things get dicey. PZ. How's his aim? Not as good as USTILO's. Not right now. Roflko. A 1-on-2 angle. But he's got the bomb planted.
Yeah. Coach Dobby is probably giving him a shoulder massage right now. Psyching him up. He's trying to isolate USTILO. Punish him on the cross before he can get across. There is no kit here. But the wide swing. I could have sworn USTILO would have punished him for that.
Especially with how he's been performing, jumping over the top. No connection just yet. Tap comes through and Roflko just trying to play with his food. It's a dangerous damn game. And look at that. Time's ticked away. No kit in play for Order. And it's another round for VERTEX. USTILO should survive it. Take that AK across into the next, and he's going to be happy as Larry.
I mean, we didn't see his POV, but it must have been one of those situations where he probably held front bathrooms, and then after like a second of holding it, just swiped across the divider, and then Roflko like wide swings. Just couldn't adjust his aim in time. Unfortunate. But look, end of the day, that's a lot of economic damage to VERTEX, and now Order, with a reinvestment of a couple of upgraded pistols, as well as the AK and armor, will look to just continue inflicting that economic damage before they go into the buy round next. So it's just an anti-eco kind of round.
Yeah.
USTILO could definitely be the one to do a lot of damage.
Slow approach. And right into where the rifle's positioned as well. USTILO is potentially going to have a field day, but the molly, the spread's too good, the smoke invested, and no one else really has the armor to play with. Bowling from ADDICT. Man, should be playing for New Zealand with an arm like that. Now, back to the 4-on-4 we go. Ricky also in a rough position, but he's at least got this rifle. 26 in the clip, and APOC Dud is hoping to out the shot, jump across, good coordination. But Ricky to get some extra damage done. So this is really good from Order. The more financial damage they can net here, the better.
Yeah. It's a very winnable round for the pistols and the armor. You got Order. Nice little two-man setup on the A site. You can see Gyros has got the flash pinned, ready to throw it over the top of Optimus for Vexite. It's a nice little setup, and VERTEX is heading over here. With only 30 seconds, this one piece of utility could completely dismantle the round.
Looks like it might be going straight over the top. And Order playing the old 50-50 game, stacking the correct site, and minimal time remaining. Vexite feeling it with the Deagle, and he's going to send VERTEX packing for the moment. Two found. Valiance chiming in, but again, the time's ticking away. PZ trying to make this one happen, tapping, and not going to be able to pull the AK out in time. It's Valiance with 2 and a round for Order. They could not ask for more in that round.
Yeah, just beautiful. The flash was perfect. You could see as the time wound down, it was 20 seconds on the clock. Pop flash comes over the top. Both of those T's blind. They start to backpedal. Let's waste another, 5 or so seconds. And you have to say as well, Order really preempting the stack well. The two-man stack on Optimus, you had the third player at jump up, ready to rotate back up into the site. So that has put VERTEX's money in a terrible position. They've just taken way too many economic losses. So now they've got to force up into this one. Brace, no head armor on the AK. The rest of the boys on pistol armor. VERTEX, they've gone very quickly for this short B control. But Vexite's just taking over. He's just wide peeked that short player, able to take that duel. And these are the kind of duels that nowadays with the A1S, it's really hard to force on the T side.
I have to agree with you there. But at the same time, it just depends on who's feeling it more, who's there on the date. Yesterday was a great example of that. But VERTEX off to a more solid start. Ricky getting that big green in play. Order. In all the positions they need to be. Valiance up in jail there. Man is on and offline. Big flash coming through from the T's. No casualties off the back of it.
I mean, it's just going nowhere fast for VERTEX, isn't it? They're locked behind the util. Only the one AK to play with. They've got no map control, really. Bit of a nothing round. I mean, they might even consider the save. They're setting up back in towards T-spawn. So I dare say they're going to be taking a little bit of quiet time and chilling out for a little bit.
Yeah. Let PZ try to fake things over towards B. Hasn't drawn that fourth man down just yet. Order happy to play their own game. PZ falling in there. Goes the one rifle remaining, as well as a world of info. So big flash from Order to enable that one. Now, 15 seconds. VERTEX can't let go of W. They'll run out of time. Tech 9 at that range, not going to win the fight up against USTILO, who's feeling it with the A1. We're all tied up nice and early. 2 rounds apiece here.
Yeah, Order's well and truly in control of this game now. I mean, they just, over multiple rounds, inflicted that economic damage, kept VERTEX's economy really cooked. Then they go into that first gun round against only a single AK buy, the half pistol armor. It's not what you'd want for VERTEX. And unfortunately, they immediately lose that round, and Order wins it with 5 players surviving. So they are in the driver's seat of this game. They've got so much money. They've got way better weaponries, obviously, into this round. But even into the next buy round for Vertex, they haven't got that full loss bonus built up yet. So with no bomb plant, that's like a 4.5 kind of buy. Definitely don't want to be losing this AWP at party, Ricky.
USTILO lending that helping hand. No push in through the smoke just yet. They know there's danger on the opposite side. Finally, Ricky falls, but USTILO here to just pick up the round instead. Although, did you see that AWP picked up by ADDICT?
Yeah, I think it chucked it out of the map.
Ah, true. That's where it's gone. VERTEX looking to just get some more financial damage done. ADDICT calling for this flash into bathrooms, looking to hit him with the bust, and he's gone to the path of least resistance. No one over towards long, and bomb in the sights of USTILO. So, pretty much no hope for VERTEX here. ADDICT, I'll give him maybe one more kill if he's lucky. And there's no luck here. So, head taken off. USTILO holding strong. Picking up a 4K on the anti-eco. Just padding those stats. Making himself look good, feel good. Confidence kills, right?
Yeah, very, very nicely done. Obviously, could have used without losing the AWP over towards party side. That's a pretty hefty investment, but it's not going to bother too much for order because their financial position is still very strong.
Yeah.
VERTEX now into this buy round. The util's pretty decent across the board. Down to 1 Galil on ADDICT. Going to be running a bit more of a default. 4 towards A, so no con control for these lads. They really want to be setting up. Oh, they actually got a cheeky little boost on the slide there to try to pick someone on party or bathrooms. Now they're going to start making their way towards this long control. Has the flash coverage. Oh, that was very close, but good enough to keep them alive and to get them that control of that part of the map.
It's the old 1%ers, enabling them to start to make their way up long. And off the back of that order, reacting by looking for some bathrooms control. As expected, the smoker divider with a tiny little gap here. Brace, freebie over the edge. And now pushing forward, Ricky, he's just not going to react to that at all. Thinking that the smoke was a little bit more shallow, but it wasn't. Now it's all up to the other three to rotate in and stop this A-bust from working, but the flashes looking way too good right now. Valiance, he's going to be left in a 1-on-4 situation. Nade for good measure. It's going to chip away at the APOC dud, but it's a very rough one with how structured VERTEX are looking.
Yeah, very nicely done. I think that should be a great one for their money if they're able to close this one out without Valiance pegging too many back. I mean, it's a triangle crossfire. Like it literally doesn't get better than this setup, so they shouldn't lose more than one. And he's not even going to go for the contact. Roflko looking to try to get that exit frag. Might actually end up being fragged himself.
Spotted.
He's out of there. He's not interested.
Someone else is out of here. I've seen double braces in the server, so it looks like someone's reconnected. Either way, Roflko out of the rounds. And Valiance happily just keeping the AK alive. Looking at the economy there from order, though, so they're going to be able to buy up again, even though we're all nice and even on the scoreboard.
Yeah. And like I said, I mean, they've lost the AWP twice now, so that's been quite a hefty investment they've had to deal with. Ricky, as a result, has no utility, but the rest of the boys have got him covered. They've dropped him another Zoomer, so it's pretty good. PZ has picked up his AWP, though, from the previous round, and they're immediately going to tower boost, but unfortunately, they fluff it. Not quite as good as Godsent. I mean, those tower boosts from Godsent at conference, oh my god. Like, instantly, Dumal's, like, straight up there. It was beautiful to watch, but I think we need to practice our acrobatics. Maybe watch some Cirque du Soleil VODs or something like that. Get the boys on point.
Interesting from VERTEX. Just holding for so long. Expecting in order to maybe go for that re-aggression, but happy with the short control. Over towards B. Bathrooms control as well for order.
Yeah.
Relatively passive setup. So that's enabled VERTEX to make their way through con if they wanted. However, they haven't.
It's a double rifle setup in bathrooms here. No AWP on this side of the map. It's actually Ricky playing around, like spotting the monster line.
Yeah.
He's going to start to rotate back up as he hears his teammates calling the audible that there is contact over towards the A side.
And they've spotted the solo player, which is APOC Dard, who's gone in solo. His head taken right off his shoulders. And off the back of that contact, it's drawn a rotation, but Ricky slides his way back in. You're going to see all this util just being smashed across towards B. But Ricky feeling it with the big old sticky. Vexite good for one, but ADDICT close to enable the trade. And the site is finally found, but for how long?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be rough. VERTEX completely surrounded, getting utility bombed. They still haven't taken control of water. And PZ, he's been pretty phenomenal in the past, but I think a 1v4 when he has lost this much space on the site is probably beyond him.
I think they'd heard that scope. Valiance thinking it might be a wrap into short, but how's the timing on the push? It's going to be 3 men from the right side. Valiance has no idea that he's just standing there at pillar. And USTILO comes in eventually on the big flank. So PZ, you saw a world where he made that work. Unfortunately, he just wasn't given that first piece of the puzzle. So it is Order taking a 4th round with a very nice retake, all grouped up, swinging in, looking to trade and lock it down 100% the round. 1 round lead. A relatively decent start for both sides, I'd say. But the question is, who's going to start to run away with it? Because VERTEX, their economy is looking pretty damn good. But so is Orders, because they're keeping many players alive on the rounds they're winning.
Yeah, I think Bomb Plant, loss bonus starting to move in the upward direction for VERTEX, but not maxed out yet. They're going to take a half buy here. Try to do some economic damage, which actually lines up quite well into the double AWP. If they hit a nice timing here, they could do some really big economic damage. A big setup towards the B side of the map, though. USTILO's aggressive all the way up on A, and he hasn't taken any contact. Oh, that is a beautiful flash. Maybe not.
APOC Dard. Big entry. Though he couldn't see too damn much. It's going to be Jyra holding strong with one of those orbs. Vexite not going to be able to get his gun out for a second, and Jyra, he's at least got the short control. Ricky coming in, and it's awkward for ADDICT. Gets the bink, and that's big damage. Util enabling the cross to site as well, and PZ plenty open. They've got the read on both AWPs over towards short, so we'll see how VERTEX play.
Yeah, this retake's a nightmare for Order. Like, USTILO's trying to come in from Heaven side. Both the AWPers in short B are low. You're even considering a save here, probably.
Drop that flash to see what USTILO can find, and it's not bloody much. It's just Brace looking at him with that A1S, reacting off the flash. And it's a solid post plant from VERTEX. They didn't bring too much into the round, but they're going to take the round away with them.
Yeah, that flash was, like, beautiful off the pillar. The problem was APOC Dard, his flash was over the top right side of Monster, and it just lined up so poorly that I think the team must have been running in with a techie or something, like, turned into the wall. So the pillar flash doesn't really bother him, or he just W's through it, as you do with pistol armor on a half-buy round. And that once you get that entry on a team running double AWPs, you get rid of that anchor rifling player, and you're able to scale it onto the site. It's actually a bit of a nightmare up against a half-buy when you're running a double AWP setup on the CT side. So VERTEX, kind of walking into a dream scenario, have inflicted a lot of damage on Order's economy. And now they've actually got an opportunity to hard reset the CTs and build themselves up a bit of an economic advantage. This game, the economy of this game is just continues to flip-flop, Mac.
I do love flip-flops. In Australia, we call them thongs, though. So this is actually a thong round.
Thong round towards long, perhaps.
Yep. Chrissy thong round. Ending out the year on a high note. Flashing over towards Fountain, though, as VERTEX are hunting for info. USTILO, he's got a nice line here. I don't think I've seen too many people hold this line to rock, just to make sure that you're not going to be spotted as well. You know, your head pokes out to the right a little bit, so I'm really liking this position. And it's anti-flash as well, so hasn't been spotted, but it's not worked out. So
has he Pinocchio'd there, perhaps?
Maybe.
He's getting spammed through the tree. I'm really loving USTILO, though, playing this aggressive rifling style. You know, it's a bit of a throwback, mate.
That being said, I think he's lost... For opening duels, he's 0-4. So he's definitely getting that information, and it's transferring into rounds for Order. But in terms of the opening kills, he's not doing a whole lot. He's just cleaning up when someone else is taking that contact. Now, looks like VERTEX, speaking of contact, they're just going to be smashing their way in. And it's the pre-fire to the corner. Vexite still able to find one. That's pretty big. If Ricky can maybe slide a shot here from Bank, there's a chance for Order to go for the retake.
I mean, it's a double AWP retake again. That's like It's just a terrible scenario. Got to deal with this jump up and sight crossfire. They're going to give it a crack though, Mac.
Brace just tucked in the corner here at Missiles, waiting for the swing, but it's a contact play in from jump up, and Brace has lined them up perfectly.
Yeah.
They seem to be aware of Ricky's position there as well, probably hearing him scoping previously. Oh, can't get one on the exit.
Ooh,
He's got
Ninja?
a kit.
Ninja?
Maybe. He's missed though. Oh, a chance.
I
But
think-
he's blown it.
Yeah. I think it was a bit keen to go for that retake on Order's part. I think if they maybe weren't versing a team that they've recently kind of been slapping around a little bit, they probably wouldn't have gone for that retake. But maybe just brimming with confidence against a Vertex team that they've been putting away pretty consistently the last couple of series. So that's actually come back to bite them. And now, I've been talking about the economy and who's in the driver's seat and who's been, running away with things. It's now kind of Vertex, man. That half-buy round completely flipped things on its head. And you got the loss bonus build up, plus a few guns picked up on Vertex's part equals, got a couple of players sitting above 7K, which at such a tight score line is pretty ludicrous.
Nice and early tactical. Vertex just to have a quick chat, keep their heads on straight and figure out how they navigate this one, because they've already lost one round of the pistols earlier on in this map, and they definitely don't want that to be a situation that they're put in again. All right, round number 10. Let's see if Order can even things up just with some USPs and put Ricky in a position to find enough impact.
Again, tower boost. And they've nailed it this time, but Order not interested in jumping down through Heaven's side. Instead, they're going for a triple boost towards APC, and Ricky's aggressive on that short line. So trying to utilize the USPs to get a little bit of value there. Valiance just peeking over. This is going to turn into a bit of a monster contact, I think. Or a big exy.
See how it works out. We do have the usual 4-man stack down here.
Almost surprised they didn't run boost Ricky across, but they popped him on the line.
Ooh, how's the flash though? I don't think there is one. Ricky, blinded just at the right moment. Couldn't strike. And from here, it seems like it should be all downhill. CT's looking to swing together, but it's just a full collapse from Vertex. CT's all falling. Vexite unable to strike either. So there you go. Headshot found from Roflko and a perfect anti-eco coming through from Vertex.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. You go back through the history of these two teams playing. They haven't actually played an official against each other on Overpass. It has been in the map pool before, but it was usually the third map left over that it didn't end up happening. So, I mean, I have almost no doubt that they probably have practiced against each other. But outside of that, they haven't actually played it in an official against each other. Again, tower boost comes out, and no Order player is interested in running through Heaven. So, no pick found there. And Vertex now going to... Oh, that's a bloody great bouncer. Bloody hell.
Straight on the face. You got a feel for him, eh?
Should have ducked it.
Whoa. Similarly. PZ. Should have ducked that one. Unfortunate for him, really. But Ricky... feeling sharp, able to get that AWP finally cranking. He's had a bit of a rough go, hasn't he? He keeps on getting on lines, but pretty risky positions, then flashed off and taken out early.
Yeah, I think PC's been a little bit more muted than he was last year. I think when Vertex was making a bit of a meteoric rise through the scene, PC was definitely a standout. Haven't seen a massive map from him in a while, but he does play very well inside the structure. Gonna have to get through the rest of this round without him, though. Apoc Dud's picked up the AWP, very capable himself. And they're going to set up for this monster contact.
Just creeping forward. Apoc Dud. Dropping the molly, but it's missed the angle, and it's awkward now because there's also the defensive smoke for Valiance just to dance around Vexite. Covering his quick flank. And Brace going to be dropping that bomb straight on the middle of the site there as well. Apoc Dud falling, and this has gone horribly for Vertex, but Order. What a great rotation. Solid CT positioning. And and they have not given VERTEX any room to breathe at all. And there it is, a 5th.
That's just really, really nicely played from Order. Like, you could see all the little bits of the crossfire are perfectly in position. Vexite's holding the one-way on the jump up in towards the barrels from Heaven or Water. Then you got Valiance playing on that short B contact, and you got another player in short B holding the short push, but also ready to swing. Just everything you'd want from that B-side defense, all lining up perfectly. And VERTEX is not able to crack in there, but they've just still, as a result of their economy, got so many more opportunities to get back into the half. Ricky doesn't quite connect on that one. VERTEX again going to pretty heavily stack up in playground and boost over the top, looking for an early pick. They've definitely made quite good use of a lot of different cheeky little boosts so far this half.
Pico agrees. Now, run boost out long. Line taken. But also a 3-man setup for Order here early, expecting VERTEX to maybe walk into this trap. USTILO able to take that line. Gyra in the corner as well. It looks like it could just work out, but who's going to be feeling it? Brace has the line, and Roflko coming in just to make this split happen. There's just 2 CT players remaining. Vexite dropping that defensive smoke, which is kind of all over the place. And it might enable him to play around awesomely, but it's just going to be the wrap. Apologies for Pico, because she's just getting excited. It's a damn good round coming out, and Vexite might have just saved it. Valiance, how's the follow-up here? He's just wrapping in, spotted though. And Roflko's gone down, so with 40 seconds, Brace, he's just left the vicinity.
Yeah. Pico just wants to be a commentator too, just like a dad. As Brace going down connector. He's going to go zoomy straight into the B site. Going to chuck himself a Heaven Smoke. Molotov off ABC. So denying the rotation through from Valiance, but also that sound cue gives him an extra 5-6 seconds to get into position. He's going to try to creep out the Heaven Smoke. Oh, that's great timing for him.
All the way through, and I don't think Brace was spotted either.
He's got a smoke here, so he can smoke defuse with the kit.
Let's see if Pro's fake. I heard they don't. And Val Stillness needs to go for the tap now, trying to get into an off position just to wrangle the whole way through Brace. He lines it up and strikes for 7. VERTEX rather. Oh my god, I'm doing it again, Mitch. Yesterday, I admitted on stream that when Vexite and VERTEX are both in the same game together, for some reason my mind just says one or the other at incorrect moments. And it's just a world of hurt.
Yeah. I mean, we've had plenty of those in AU, though. You've had, like, the Texter Dexter one. What else? There's been a couple. I can't think of any of the other ones, but there's been 4 or 5 that have just been really cooked to try and cast. Lucky I don't have to do the play-by-play, so I get time to think about my words, but for some reason, nothing good ever comes out anyway. You're going to get a timeout here for VERTEX, who, I mean, they've just made really, really good use of this economy advantage after the half buy. They've just been plugging away, and as we get Order chipping in a couple of rounds here or there, if they're not closing them out cleanly, unfortunately, they're getting economically reset, as is the tail of the CT side. So, once again, they're on a save, and VERTEX have effectively just got themselves 1 gun round for 2. If they can close an anti-eco, of course.
Running it back with that default util. Trying to scare Order away from taking that short control with Gyra here in con. Oh, that was a collateral angle if I've ever bloody seen one. Brace down to 28. USTILO looking to follow through as well. Head taken off at ADDICT's shoulders. And that could be a rifle to take, but USTILO, I think he's heard the drop. No. 28 HP. Second man coming through, and they're looking just to lock it down. USTILO almost finding themselves more than 2.
Yeah, some good economic damage here. Whole lot of guns in the middle of the map that could be potentially scavenged by Order. We're just doing the sensible thing, working together in pairs. VERTEX also doing the same. As you get into these XVXs, you just want that trade potential. VERTEX just going to work towards the B side of the map. Got plenty of util to minimize the risk. Can just smoke off that short area, molly out water, something like that. Just try to put that bomb down and put themselves in a post plant.
It'll take something absolutely massive from Order to try to get back into the round here. I'm sure they are probably just going to hunt for those rifles in con and look to keep those across into the next, because, you know, that could have some impact later on if Order pick up another round and keep multiple players alive. Extra couple of K here and there definitely all adds up. But VERTEX, 8 on the T side already. This is where you start to get worried for Order.
Yeah, I mean, you said it before. This is obviously a map where VERTEX have been known to do quite a lot of work. Often you see this from teams that are kind of gatekeeping a lot of the teams below them in a certain region, where they get quite good, at least the tactical ones, you know, the ones that aren't as reliant on skill. Like VERTEX is obviously a very well-structured team, good tactics, good solid fundamentals. You see them often get very, very good at the fringe maps on the edges of the map pool, because they want to try to force those to be respect bans by team below them, or try to pick into an overpass that teams who haven't put as much prac in might not be as comfortable on. And as such, I mean, all of that prac works well when you go up against an Order team who is now picking this map. They used to avoid it. You know, Order used to be, I feel, this team that had 4 or 5 very strong maps. But now they've started to very heavily adopt Overpass to try to widen that map pool.
It's really weird. I swear their Instaban at the moment is like Inferno, right? When they used to be such a good Inferno team.
Yeah, they've been so inconsistent on it for such a long time, though. We've seen it in so many different regional events where they play Renegades or they play Looking for Org, or Avant, which Avant, another team that has been wildly inconsistent on Inferno, that core, for a long time. But
yeah,
I mean, recently they look pretty hard to beat no matter what map you're playing them on.
Well, here comes USTILO, smashing his way down long. And how's this patience? How's the coverage from VERTEX? Man at the back is ADDICT, and he's looking forward, so see how this util's thrown, and he's got more in his hand. Timing is perfect for USTILO. Lines it up, finds the first, and that's going to be a huge amount of info as well. So VERTEX slotted into one-pronged approach. And with this long control, potential bathrooms control, where are VERTEX going to play from here? They just have to fight.
Yeah, I mean, this is a nightmare scenario when you don't get that long control. Oh, the elbow spotted. That's the like left eye, right eye peak dynamic that you never want to see. APOC data is so white, blinder than Ray Charles right now. And Brace is kind of making some plays, Mac.
Man, smacked those sunnies off to get a couple of kills for himself, but it's nice coordination coming through, and Gyra peaks at the perfect moment to pick up that headshot, and a 6th for Order. Going into the last round of the first half here, we do see a lot of individuals playing pretty damn well for Order right now. But that being said, there's just so many rounds on the board for VERTEX. Considering it's a T side on Overpass, that's where you start to get worried.
Yeah, potentially so. Let's take a cursory little bit of a glance through Order's last couple of games on Overpass. Definitely says that they lean a little bit more towards CT. They get 60% of their rounds on the CT side. Their T side was the one they got 14-1 on against Looking for Org. Then against RPG, yeah, they got most of their work done on the CT side as well, with an 11-4 there, so potentially doesn't bode well.
Okay, well, just straight up short. Just changing the pace at the perfect moment. Vex side, not going to be able to get anything else done. Chipped away at by PZ with that techie coming through. And it's an awkward position for Order to be in. We'll see if Ricky's going to be able to strike here. Man's now in a 1-on-4 position because USTILO, he's fallen as well. Trying to make his way back in. And, oh, the timing couldn't be worse for him. That was his opportunity, but he's given a second one. With a flash through, VERTEX really just looking to play off one another, play the bomb, lock down a 9th here on the T side, which could be a bloody nightmare for Order in the long run. Ricky He's running low on time. Not going to be quick enough to take down PZ as well. And there you have it, a 3-round lead for VERTEX as we head into halftime.
When I see you dancing, I'm like, hola, 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 hola. With your move fancy, make me wanna hola, 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 hola. When I see you dancing.
Just to lock things out here in half, numero dos, which is 2 in some language. So I don't know. I just said it because I heard someone else say it and I thought it was pretty cool. But Pilski, we do have a solid-looking pistol. Order, just picking up the pace over towards long here.
Yeah. I dare say there's going to be a wrap back towards the B side, though, because you got Valiance with the whole belter util over there in B long. PZ is traumatized. He hears the thundering footsteps of all of the T's.
Yeah.
But he's still sticking around. This might lure him into a false sense of security with the alert coming through from USTILO. Oh dear. He's done for.
Dunzo. And USTILO starts to strike. That's going to be a bit of bathrooms control, maybe even at the A side as well. He's shooting at no one.
Oh.
And ADDICT as well. Capitalizes on this position. Stops this push from Order, who now put it into reverse again. Smash their way down Con. Look to pick up some momentum. Big flash comes through, but Brace not going to be blinded. Tap away, only good for 1. As Roflko chimes in from heaven. ADDICT, it's just a matter of time for him to wrap through Vexite. Not going to be sticking the plant. He'll react to the headshot on the ADDICT, but other than that, it was a rough position to be in. And Roflko will trade it through nicely. So a solid round from VERTEX to pick up the pieces.
That was very cheeky from Order, though, you have to admit. The 3-man footies in towards the baths, and then they run back to Con, and USTILO's just sneaking his way in there, gets himself a freebie. Order really making good use of the sound bait. And they're not going to force. I've seen... This makes sense to me, and I've seen it more and more on the T side of less second-round forces, where obviously you can get the 4 to 4.5k buy, and I feel like now that the A1S is 2.9, it's like, what are you going to do with Eagles and Armor peeking into A1Ss?
Yeah.
Like, just feels like a sad state of affairs. VERTEX, for the most part, don't really have very many rifles. A bunch of kangaroos in the bathroom, Mac.
Just hopping around. Jacked. Looking for fights, you know?
Yeah, looking to box a bit.
Fists up. But unfortunately, they brought really, really, really big novelty-sized gloves because these Glocks, they don't hit hard.
No. Too much padding. Not even scary anymore. That's not what you got to worry about, though, Mac. It's the kicks you got to worry about, apparently.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
Well, we'll see if those kickity headshots start to come through. ADDICT, nice reaction for 2. That's bomb. PZ looking to mop things up here. ADDICT just on 7 HP, hoping that the boys can save him, but it's PZ that needed the helping hand. Couldn't land the final shot. It'll cost him his life, but 11 on the board with a 5-round lead over Order puts VERTEX into a very solid position as Order go into their first gun round.
Yeah, for sure. Got a couple of upgrades coming through. A1Ss, we're keeping 2 MP9s, so we'll see how those MP9s are utilized. Whether you get some short B control. I mean, it's a 4-man set up towards B.
Yeah.
You even got Roflko committing down there. He drops the smoke and picks himself up an additional nade in spawn. Molly's into short B. They're not taking the short B control. It's going to be a 3-man boost. So the MP9 and the FAM is used to set the AUG up on the line. We'll see if they're able to pick Valiance here in short B. It's a lot of smoke coverage over here. Order's just working at default.
I swear we don't see this too often anymore.
Not in the first gun round, and as such, there's no way you're going to be ready for it. Cheeky as hell. Yeah, honestly, like, I feel like in this game, VERTEX have been pulling out all the boosts that we saw Godsent doing recently.
Yeah.
In multiple tournaments. They love their boosts on this map. It's been great.
Maybe that's the demos they've been watching, Mitch. Ooh.
Maybe. Never know.
We'll see how this A-site setup works out. TZ, strong position here at map with ADDICT looking to draw as much attention as possible in behind the smoke, but he's not going to be cleared initially. It's a big flash from Ricky, but it's stopped him from at least finding two. Now Ricky comes in, takes down that second man on A. We're back to this 3-on-3 position. Good molly. Forces Vexite right back to default. Almost takes him
Oh, the
down.
nade. Race. Oh, he's bowled him.
Beautifully done. And it's all that util just creating so much space for Vertex to play with. Gyra, however, going to be chiming in nice and early. And it looks like Order. They're just going to try to fight this one aggressively. Another bink for bink scenario. This MP9, it's going to be a rough time for Brace, who goes up against the AKs. And that's going to be 7 on the board. Order finding their first round for the second half.
Yeah. This will be an eco for Vertex, most likely. Just a single save, though. If they can upgrade some pistols and take 3 guns off Order, then they're still doing well for themselves. They're still up 11-8 at that point. And they put the T-side economy in a bit of a rickety state. They're not going to invest a single dollar in this one, though. It's going to be the 5-man push into Fountain. We're going to press the fast forward button on this round.
Well, Rickster gets every bit of info that's necessary. USTILO just barely surviving. And Ricky will save his brother before he falls. And it's 8 on the board very quickly indeed. The picked up pace from Vertex was just, let's get this round out of the way.
I love it.
Get onto the guns.
Speed my day up.
Yeah.
It's what you love to see. No one wants to see a USP sitting in a corner for 60 seconds. So Vertex, they're good lads. Follow Roflko on Twitter. And, I mean, as a result, the bad news of that is that Order now have 2 or 3 gun rounds back-to-back thanks to this very, very strong money. So that's going to take a little bit more grind for Vertex to get back into things. They've lost that short B control. Oh, the spam through. Oh, it's almost loses his head.
You love to see it. That would have been 2 rounds in a row. Oh, not in a row, but 2 rounds this half where he wouldn't have seen his opponent and been killed in short. That's always a tilter.
Yeah. Not going to be the case this time, though. This is a cheeky setup from Vertex. Pillar and 2 Mantle and Monster. Getting this work in the middle of the map here. Duel between USTILO and ADDICT doesn't go either way. Both of them so low. The contact comes out on Monster, though, and the crossfire works beautifully.
Yeah, good swinging on the contact. And Roflko locking things down after everyone else fell. But he has no read that the bomb's still down towards Monster. Order now on a retrieval mission with a minute to play with. And Vertex, they think that the A site's dirty. Giving a lot of pressure there onto Roflko. And if Ricky does his job right, he is going to draw all the CTs up and allow USTILO to get that bomb down at B. However, Mitch, that storyline, scrunch it up, throw it in the bin.
Yeah.
Because Ricky got his head taken off.
Yeah, I think it was a bit more of a case of like USTILO had his feet up and Ricky was digging them a hole, trying to get somewhere.
Ooh, it's all about the timing now. And USTILO is looking to clear out everything, edging forward. Oh, only goes for the half clear. Flicks away, flicks back, but by that time, Roflko has lined him up, bowled him over. And it's going to be 12 on the board for Vertex, who managed to get another round on the board.
Yeah.
So they got those rifles cranking with a interesting monster setup as well. One you don't see too often, but it worked out perfectly.
Yeah. I mean, the hinge kill was definitely Roflko getting the pick on short B. If that goes the way of Order, then it's maybe a different story.
Yeah.
Good crosshair placement and fundamentals gets him that one as well. Very, very sticky situation for both teams. Both of them are super broke, have no loss bonus with this game going back and forth either way. Order needs this round a lot more, though, and bloody hell, Roflko has been fantastic at just getting so many cheeky angles into short B. That's another important gun round where Order has just dropped the first player in the first 10-15 seconds. Lost some map control in the middle. It's just USTILO who can work that part of the map. They invest in utility. Oh, the swing should come through. Very nice two-man setup. The jump spot and Brace hiding in the corner. All the tricks coming out for Vertex. This is beautiful to watch.
Yeah, it wasn't even just that. Roflko as well, starting to spam through the wall, just drawing as much attention onto from USTILO as possible. But it's a Risky, aggressive play from APOC here in the smoke. It's communicated that someone's there because Vexite ran into something. And maybe a chance to get back into the round, but it's going to be difficult with PZ wrapping in on the flank now. Timing is going to be a huge factor. We'll see if the swing comes through, but Order with 40 seconds. You're not going to invest for the plant just yet. Ricky out of the storyline. You know, it's just Vexite in the 1-on-4, but the man is not going to last for too damn long. And that's 13.
Order's almost out of time, Mac. 13th up for Vertex. A pretty clean one as well. So if they don't lose too many guns on this anti-eco, then they are sitting pretty in terms of the force buy.
Okay.
Okay, they're just forcing it. I mean, even if they win it with 1,400 for Vertex loss bonus, the poorest member would be Brace on 3.4. The rest of them, like, you could probably buy as Vertex here. If you do lose this one, you might have to go down to Famis's and MP9s. You could obviously just go for a half. But usually I feel like you would only see a force buy if in the last couple of rounds you had been consistently chipping in some economic damage, you know? So where you could hard reset the CTs. It's kind of like a risk versus reward play. But to see a force buy in this round, yeah, I don't know. Don't know about that because they're on 2.4 loss bonus. So even if they get bomb plant here, they can only really go Galils or something like that.
Well, let's see what the call is, because Order have gone all in, and they've bought a whole bunch of util.
Yeah.
Bringing those Deagles, Tech 9 and P250 into it, so...
I think all of the util is going to be a bit of a tell. Like seeing the molly into short B and the prog smoke to get rid of that CT molly on the pipe. Already, Vertex is kind of thinking something might be up. They're naturally, knowing they're going up against pistols, sitting back a little bit more. This could be nice, though. If they can isolate IPOC Dart in towards this bathrooms area and take him out, pick themselves up a rifle, that could be a recipe for success.
Or swing comes through, and that's info on 2. APOC Dart expecting someone close, won't be able to dodge that flash in time, and this util and the PZ, who might not be able to escape and Order. The read could work perfectly. There it is, coming through just in the nick of time. Brace as well had that MP9 thinking he had a timing on the push-up con, and things get terrible for Vertex now. Roflko needs to try to hold, but he's only good for 1, and it's up to ADDICT in a 1-on-4. Bomb on the floor with 40 seconds. He's just looking to find the perfect timing, liquiding the smoke for now, and hoping he can find something on the fade. But Order, they've snuck Gyra into bank. It's 2 for ADDICT.
Yeah.
He's still got plenty in that clip. Rick comes in on the flank. And there you go, Mitch. The force buy, it's worked, but it's cost them a whole lot of cash in that bank.
So they reduced their loss bonus down to 1.4 now. And due to the kills coming through from ADDICT, they don't even take that many guns through. So, like, the reward from that round from Order is actually not crazy good. Like, it's good, don't get me wrong. And that, I have to say, that was the perfect call. Like, that was literally the perfect call for that round.
Yeah.
Vertex, yeah, like I said, it was kind of a borderline money situation for them. They've opted not to invest, but it's not like their money's terrible. They're up 13-9. They could take a single save and have a very nice looking buy heading into the next. They invested some upgraded pistols. So, I mean, the narrative switches back to Vertex. They want 2 or 3 kills in this round if they can get it, and then they can even try and whip out double orbs or something in the next if they want.
Well, it's a heavy A setup as well. Coming through from Vertex. Just playing close, cheeky angles. And Order not forcing too much, just going full contact up long. Early prog smoke as well. Just to try to create some extra space to play with. Make sure there was no one helping anyone. Pushed up at long. That was not the case. PZ spotted in front bathrooms as well. Cleared out thoroughly. And there's still 3 A players here. APOC Daddy, he's got a cheeky old pop flash over the right side. Swing on the contact. How's this worked? It's a bink through, but unfortunately not too much more for Vertex. It's Order holding things down. Sun's out, guns out, connecting onto everything, and Toby Brace Barnes not going to be able to do anything with that 5-7. So it's 10 on the board, and Order, they are fighting, slogging their way back into the game.
Yeah. I'd love for Ricky to buy some head armor, though. Needs to protect his head. Very important. It's got the brain in there.
I bet, Mitch, he's been tagged up with body armor, and he doesn't want to spend a K on a helmet.
I mean, against 4A1Ss, I don't know. Yeah, the AWPer, I guess. Maybe he's just forgotten. Doesn't matter.
Check in a moment if we have a look at his POV before he may fall. Ooh. But it's going to be PZ. Taking the head right off of Vexite's shoulders. Gyra gets his just desserts, but only surviving on 16 Harry Potters.
Well, was that a spam from Heaven?
Which one?
PZ's kill.
Potentially.
Heaven into Con, right?
Yeah.
He was on that side of the map the whole time. That's crazy. That's a lineup there through like the little sheet metal.
Yeah.
Oh, contact off the AWP.
Oh, is it all but spotted? Ricky too thicky. An Addict just going to be locking it down over towards Monster, and things get so damn difficult for Order now. 2 on 4. Gyra, he's got a bunch of util, but not a bunch of those health points to play with. So swing comes in, great flash to follow through, and USTILO falls as well. 14 secured for VERTEX with 4 alive as well. And Ooh. Order, at least, they kept 5 alive in the previous round they won, so they're going to have some cash in the bank to make this round work.
Yeah, they got plenty of cash. They can reinvest in another gun round, but they're out of time now. VERTEX, they could have double AWP'd, but they opted not to go for it. In the past, we've seen them double AWP on this map, even double AWP on the A side.
Yeah.
Which is also something Godsent do. So if they want to keep digging into the Godsent playbook, then that'll be a good one. Oh, aggression from PZ up onto the line. Oh, doesn't quite avoid the flash, and he's punished for it. Punished for sticking around. How do VERTEX work in this 4-on-5? I like the push from Brace into short P. You got to cut some corners when you're down in numbers.
Yeah. Try to take a little bit of extra risk. That's what APOC Dud's doing. Gave up the bathrooms control. Looks to regress it long instead. Roflko bringing up a whole bunch of util and Brace. Maybe able to catch himself for timing and even an equalizer.
Oh my god.
Vexite, he's looked away at the optimally
literally
Roman.
Every order player held that for a second or two as they went by, and he just picks the perfect moment. I love the just all of the CT staying active. You're still in party though.
Yeah, I'm looking at that as well, and let's see what he's bloody looking at. It's going to be the back of a couple of CT heads. Second man not spotted though, so they don't know Roflko's here for the moment. And it all comes down to how Roflko plays this one, because ADDICT, he's just holding control at bank. Poking forward, trying to find something with the rotation coming through from Brace. It's a flash all the way across the top, and they're going to allow USTILO just to be back on the flank. Oh. It's 2 for Roflko. He's played it perfectly. Ricky needs to hold it down the fort on A because USTILO's playing a game of cat and mouse for now. And Brace, smoke fades, and he's come in, found one, and he knows exactly where that second man is playing from. It's a very early molly, and unfortunately, Brace, you're not going to be able to stick that one. He's given right up.
Can't save him bank either.
Yeah, 17 HP. He's got his bloody Pumas on, sprinting all the way along. And he will just barely survive. But it's a round for Order. Although, it almost wasn't.
Yeah, they're staying competitive. That breaks the CT economy. VERTEX were on that 1400 loss bonus. ADDICT is now double eco. The rest of the boys not doing too bad. So it could be a buy in the next with maybe just an MP9 or something like that on one player. Roflko's the AWP fund for PC, I think. And now, I mean, yeah, again, it's another low money situation for Order. They need to clean this one up as nicely as possible.
USTILO, he's just going fast. He's just hungry for anything. Molly as well, just baiting out the attention from these con players. There's Roflko just trying to create some space, a bit of impact from Brace, and PZ, oh, he's got that AK to play with, but he's still just holding out the secondary. And USTILO had a bloody field day there, just smashing his way up short, holding down control. And VERTEX couldn't find too much there. So going into round 27, they are still 2 rounds in the lead. But again, a very healthy round coming through from Order means even if things go wrong here, they may be able to buy up into the next, especially with USTILO there on 4.3k. It'll be awkward, but they can make it work.
Okay. Looks like a play towards the B side this time. Maybe just the same thing again. USTILO just racing straight through con, straight up short B.
Yeah.
2 smokes coming out here. They're going to try to make contact onto ADDICT with the MP9. They found the weak link. 1-for-1'd him. Now it's on Brace.
Who's in a very advanced position. Unchecked sometimes. Valiance will give his life for the info. It's also going to be a solid pick coming through from ADDICT. And with that, I was going to say the retake definitely could be a reality, but USTILO taking the head right off of ADDICT's shoulders, pre-scoped PZ, smashing his way in through Maze. And he's trying to figure out the puzzle as well. Roflko looking to coordinate his swing in from Monster. USTILO head down at Toxic. And both of the T's, they are just playing their lives right now. USTILO unchecked and things get more difficult.
Dirty
PZ
angle.
can't make it work as Vexite swings below. It's a big round for Order to take.
That angle from Toxic with the crossfire from Water. Oh,
Yeah.
God. That's gross. We're seeing peak USTILO right now, by the way. He's almost on for the 30. He's just running around, aggressive rifle, entry straight into the site, fighting every angle at once until he dies. Just exactly how you'd want him to play. And now Order, 1 anti-eco away from making it a 14-14 game.
Yeah. Looking to still take it in regulation, but shots like that are going to make it difficult. Oh my. Ricky, feeling the full force of the dig on the face.
It's the only dig. Got a nade stack over on B side. Oh, what? The bloody spam straight through for that much damage? Are you for real?
Wait, what?
With USPs?
Just the USB? No way. Really? Okay.
Oh, the short B nades.
Something's going on. And it's Gyra going forward. Brace can't see a damn thing. And the MAC-10 going to be having a field day. 3 in the clip. And that's not going to be enough for Gyra to find 1 more. Roflko finally able to trade an APOC dud. He salvaged the AK, which he found earlier on. And he took the head straight off of big old Rick.
They all naded Monster. If they naded short B there, that could have been the round. But,
yeah.
Unfortunate. There's his 30. He's still out. A 30 in regulation. That's a throwback.
Well, VERTEX, I'm pretty sure that was just a reaction off of Order sending 4 out Monster or 3 out Monster 2 rounds in a row.
Yeah. Yep, for sure.
So, little adaptations, but Order expecting it and changing things up.
14 apiece. Order has got the economy behind them at the tail end of this game. VERTEX, on the other hand, though, they have got this buy ahead of them to keep them in it. And following that, I mean, 3.4 loss bonus. It's going to be some kind of weird half buy that they probably are not looking forward to. Yeah. ADDICT's gone light on the nades to get an AWP for PC. For VERTEX, you want to try to win this round with as many players surviving as you can, because Order's going to be able to replenish all of these guns. They can buy anything that they want at this point. As VERTEX, they cannot replace these rifles if they win. Good thing that APOC Dud's got an extra 3k in the bank, because that can definitely help to replace one of those rifles. UTIL, to make it look like they're going for short B control here, Order. Again, they throw that prog smoke to the end of con.
Yeah.
They're working this 1-3-1 right now.
Boost over the short wall. Roflko hoping that smoke fades shortly. Gyra may think he's safe in this position, but this one's not going to be spotted. Surely.
Oh, no way.
Sight. Eyes of a bloody eagle, expecting the little boost. And off the back of this, VERTEX in very solid positions to stop the blast, but USTILO going to be farming heads for the moment. Smoking the way. And ADDICT just looking to lock things down. It's the contact from Val. The Monster flash as well. He's dodged it, but unfortunately for him, he won't connect before ADDICT does. But the Peaker's advantage starting to come through, and a nicely timed smoke on a short 2.
Spam through actually connects from Ricky. He puts PZ down to 35.
Whoa. PZ's nade there,
Oh.
or APOC does nade rather, almost could have done huge damage onto Gyra, but it's bowled over the top of the little hut. Things get awkward. Order now. With 30 seconds, they need to be the ones to make a move. And Vertex, look at this CT setup. Everyone holding down a line ready to swing off of one another.
Oh, no.
PZ, missed opportunity. Man doesn't usually miss those, but Ricky starting to fire up. Gyra as well. Order, they're doing it. They're making it happen. APOC done. Here at headshot, he's going to find the first and look at a swing on the second shot through from Ricky. And there's minimal time remaining. APOC done takes Vertex all the way to 15 rounds. And maybe, just maybe, they can take this here in regulation.
I can't believe he's legged him.
Oh,
I cannot believe he's legged him. Vertex had no business losing that round, though. Like, it shouldn't have even got to that point. Just PZ fluffs the shot on Ricky peeking right into his line, and then Addict is forced to look at short B. Doesn't think that they're going to go 1-1 out short B and Monster. He thinks they're going to stick together. I kind of mentioned it before. Vertex, they really couldn't afford to lose that round with one player up, and that's exactly what happened. APOC Dud, though, was the player surviving, and he had more money from having that AK up in the previous round. So he's been able to drop an additional rifle, throws the ult back over to PZ. This makes it a little bit more of a serviceable buy, but still you've got a couple of liabilities in there. You've got the MP9 in there. You've got the FAMAS in there. So these are the lackluster weapons that when the game's on the line, you don't want to be having those guns. You want to be having M4s, but it is what it is. Order, on the other hand, we're going to see back-to-back tack timeouts from both teams. Trying to chat about what the best way is to close out regulation.
really just taking every damn second there. Vertex. They got everything they need. Except for maybe, a little bit of firepower. Missing on Addict and Brace, but we'll see where they position themselves still to have maximum impact. Order. Of course, they are hunting for the dreaded overtime, but it's what they need if they want to try to get back into map 1.
Both of the bad weapons are on the B site, and I think they're going to run a double close monster crossfire, and it's exactly where Order's heading.
Early mollies as well to get them into these positions. Flash has been a little late, and Gyra's going to go down with his back to the TTs. Although it's trades in through the smoke, that's going to be 3 kills through the smoke in total so far. And we're down to a 3-on-3. All of Vertex down on B, but so are Order. Yeah.
This is where Vertex, as soon as Order cuts down, they need info. They don't know about the numbers here. PZ, he wanted to try to find that info. He's been punished for it. Ricky on the line gets caught trying to jump on the stairs. He's going to lose his life as well. Maybe now USTILO can activate, though.
Okay. Info. There's Roflko. I know that he was down here. And it's this big rotation back up. USTILO. So confident. Just have his knife out running through bathrooms. You don't see that every day.
Surely APOC doesn't 1v2 on the site again. Win it for Vertex. Oh, the crab walk is deadly.
Oh, nice timing on the flash. Swings with it. USTILO has to commit to the fight. They're caught in the open. And Vexite, 20 seconds, leg spotted. Chancing with the reaction. Headshot through the gap. And Roflko walking through a smoke to clutch. It's not going to work in his favor. 15-15. We're not done yet on Overpass. Ladies and gents, we're going to go to a break, but we'll be right back with overtime.
Am I wasting time? 'Cause I'm already gone. So long. Can you stay the night? 'Cause you're the thing I want. I know you're feeling different when you're stressed out. But even with no makeup, you still stand out. 'Cause no one...
I don't think we've seen that. I didn't see one in the hands of APOC Dud during regulation. So,
oh, yeah. Previously, they used to have Addict doing it, but it makes more sense to have APOC Dud with this weapon in his hands. He's going to get white. But doesn't bother him too much. Just a second of vision is all that he needs to pluck USTILO out of the server.
What I have been doing that a little bit, right? Going very aggro, pre-flashes popping. And it's cost them their lives a couple of moments. So, prog smoke up. Order trying to figure out where they want to go from here. They don't even have that bathrooms control just yet. PZ gazing around the corner. How's the timing? Oh, it's horrible for him. But amazing for Order. Addict coming in on the flank. Is able to get one more. But again, trade favoring Order here. So they've brought it back to 3-on-3.
Yeah. Very, very snappy trades. APOC doesn't want to let this one go, though. Aggression in towards bathroom. You got Addict down there in towards Con, who can try to pop up on the timing, but it hasn't worked out at all. Roflko worried about the long A flag, but he's still going to line them all up. It's a one-on-one now, and unfortunately, Jira, he's looking for the bomb. He's bumbling around. He's fumbling with his nades. Where's my phone? I left my bloody keys at home. VERTEX gets the first round OT.
I bet you he tried in dog pee as well. Had to change his socks. That would have been very unfortunate. Now, VERTEX edging out towards that lead. And then looking to make it 2 in a row. Of course, you know, everyone dying. Doesn't matter too much unless you constantly rocking this double AWP setup, which we are going to see change back to an AUG in the hands of APOC anyway. So, from here, Order going to show some more presence over towards B here. Early on, smoke into short, and USTILO, he is just fanging it forward, but doesn't hard clear the corner. That molly providing just enough cover for PZ to strike first blood.
Oh my god. Jira has got to be so sick.
Oh,
Just getting spammed down.
yeah.
Swung by APOC as well. Con is just not an area where Order have had a great time, really. VERTEX have been very on top of spamming all the little lines, cheeky boosts. Con and short B, it seems like that's the part of the map you want to go if you're keen on dying very early. That's where the first 2 opening picks go the way of VERTEX. Order going to explore the other parts of the map in towards the bathrooms, setting up for a play towards the A site here.
Flash to long. Roflko trying to create some space for himself to play with APOC. He held Con for so long, and VEXite punishes him for the info play. And VERTEX, they've still got the numbers here. But again, Roflko isolated. How's the timing? Gun in hand. Valiance expecting some more aggression, and VERTEX, surely they're not going to outplay themselves here.
I mean, it's seeming like it.
Yeah.
You've had the 2 aggressions in the 5-on-3 and then again in the 4-on-3 order, now putting boots on the ground into the site, but he's able to catch VEXite on the cross at least. Spam through, should do no damage, apparently.
I think he just shot slightly above the man, so unfortunate for him. But VERTEX, they fought back into the man advantage position. Addict just smashing his way all the way up, and Order with a flash, they've managed to get Valiance back towards short.
Got a molly as well on Ricky.
Oh yeah, that one definitely won it for them before. Valiance, oh, he couldn't wrangle that control back. And it's all up to Ricky, but PZ up on top of dice. Says no dice for you, my friend. And VERTEX managed to bring it back for a 17th hit on the first half of OT.
Yeah, 2 back-to-back. Looking pretty good for him. Order just trying to get 1 on this T side. I feel like it's been a little bit less favorable for them on the T side. Going back through their last couple of games, they tend to get the majority of their work done on the CT side.
Yeah.
They've had some very big CT halves. So look, if they could just get 1 of these, then they're probably sitting pretty.
APOC going aggro. I don't think he was spotted over the top of the smoke there, but there is a shot coming through. Ricky blinded. Trying to make something happen. With that early info now, VERTEX, they're thinking about going for a play here at Monster instead.
Yeah, Valiance is all over that though.
Oh, nice jiggle.
Yeah, good jiggle. Pop flash back off the line. This is where the con players going to start working back up towards the A side of the map. 1:15 on the clock. You get the progression utility towards bathrooms. Smoke to front bar. Smolly on towards divider. But with a minute on the clock and no long control, what does Order go for? It seems like they're creeping back towards the B side of the map.
They hook that in this position. It's strong, but not if Gyra just spams you straight through from the top of con. And it's just going to be the 2-2 split for the moment, but Order, that's going to mean they have a 3-man advantage, just smashing into sight. Brace, missed opportunity. He's gone. Skis, as is ADDICT, and that is going to be the round potentially for Order. Although, see what Roflko has for us. Not a whole lot. PZ bringing it back to the 1-on-3, but at the same damn time, man's position's known. And Order, they want this round so damn badly. Ricky posts up and slides it straight onto the torso of PZ. So, big first half coming through there for VERTEX, but Order managing to snag one at the end.
I think that's about what we expected. 2 for 1 in favor of the CT side. See if Order can do the same or even go one better. CT side has been very good to them on this map in the majority of the big games they've been doing lately. Didn't get a chance to really play it against LFO the other day, because didn't have a whole lot of rounds in the half to play with. Only the single AWP. That's going to be on Ricky. He's aggressive into short B. The rest of VERTEX forcing straight out of Monster. Valiance trying to hold from the pillar, but he gets closed out 1 for 1.
It leaves something to be desired for sure, and a Molly might just stop the bomb from going down for a moment, but Ricky copping 80 damage from that one. Smoke fading, Vexite. Just trying to find a line. Find an opening back to site. ADDICT in a dangerous position just behind the wall, but with Roflko close. Should be able to swing from the pit. In comes the flash from Ricky. CT starting to flood now. Let's see how it works. Roflko able to find one for the moment. USTILO though, just edging forward from heaven. ADDICT feeling it as Brace takes another head too. And it's Ricky just on 20 HP. 2 Ts to get past. But he's running low in the time department. And there it is. VERTEX finding 1 in the second half of OT means they have fought from that point.
I mean, it's just beautiful. You love that BXE out of VERTEX. It's one that's as old as time at this point. The double smokes on towards ABC. You get the heaven smoke in from the run outside of that big monster area. A couple of pop flashes over the top right-hand side of Monster. All the mollies in the right positions. They're just going to run it again. That worked so bloody good, they're going to run it again.
Well, faster approach, and Valiance drops that util in time. Little Poppy as well, just to try to dance into safety, but the T's, they're just going to be going straight up the guts now. 2 CTs, a little bit too much here at headshot. Vexite falling, but Valiance is not. Man spots the swing, and Brace makes it work, just going so damn wide past the crosshair. But bomb not going to be planted just yet, and Brace to close out the festivities on map number 1. He's got to do it in a 1-on-2 with 10 HP. And a flank comes through to save it for Order.
Yeah. Again, VERTEX, they almost got the space that they needed. Up short B, they're the 2 entry players. That's just such a precise exit. So scary to play against. Just mollies everywhere. All of the smoke's thrown almost on the run. From outside of Monster, the flash layering is beautiful, right from the early flashes, which bounce off the bridge to blind anyone in the sight, to the layered flashes over the top right-hand side of Monster. Very, very difficult to defend against from the CTs, especially if you're trying to run that short B control. Reman set up towards the A side of the map this time from Order, expecting the change-up after they shut down that B execute.
Yeah.
And they may be rewarded for this positioning. Oh, the terrible timing for PC. You hate to see it. He's actually had a bit of a roughie.
He's taking a gamble, thinking maybe someone was closer holding the line as well. And, Brace. He wanted the AWP so badly, but it's cost him his life. And maybe even the game, because Ricky, he's just tearing through the T's right now. And they're just going to be wrangled all the way into bathrooms. Roflko trying to save it all on his own. The swing coming through from USTILO is good enough to send us to OT number 2. And Order looking good now on the CT side. Let's see if that momentum rolls into that second overtime.
You're not feeling Spanish this time, Mac.
What do you mean?
Yeah, you said numero dos last time. for the second half.
Oh, is that Spanish?
I think so. I hope so.
Right. Well, I didn't know. I didn't actually know it meant to. I just thought it sounded cool.
Yeah.
Isn't that what? That's what you do as a caster, right? You hear someone say something, and you're like, "Oh, it's pretty dope." Hey,
You're basically just one of those dolls that you pull the string, and you count the kill feed, you smile on camera.
Tickle Me Elmo, like that thing. Do you remember that thing?
I love Tickle Me Elmo. We should get Tickle Me Elmo on for a cast sometime.
We should. I don't know if I don't have one lying around though. I don't know if they exist. Can you even buy them anymore? I
don't know. I might have one sitting around somewhere. Dude, USTILO's got a 37 bomb, by the way.
Yeah, 20 years late on that. And USTILO, well, been playing this game for 20 years and he's still not out of fashion yet. I did hear some typing, which is interesting. Everyone playing it pretty slow for the moment. VERTEX running back the paces. Looks like we are potentially just going to be smashing things forward from here. Interesting setup at 8. Gazing into the front of bathrooms as well as inside. And there it is. Striking through at just the right moment, but it's going to be a flash and Roflko pushing in through the molly. Maybe saving the round. 2 traded straight back. It cost him APOC there, but Gyra blinded, and the UTIL so good for VERTEX.
Yeah. Oh, that's unfortunate, though. They lose Brace through the smoke. Bomb still goes down here, so PZ is trying to back away in towards bathroom side. They've got so much util to work with. Order, on the other hand, have 2 smokes, so they could potentially try to gimmick this defuse. They're still not out through jump up or bank, so a lot of time being burnt off the clock as they try to retake that site.
As the wrap through, PZ posting up and looking to connect, but how's the timing? Oh, not again, mate. No, he's gone for a title line. The swing comes through up on the top. He spots it, but ADDICT now has to do it all himself, and the defuse comes through. So VERTEX, even with all those beautiful entries and the final man standing, they're not going to be taking the round.
Yeah, very, very close one. Orders managed to scrape it through, though. Those smokes in the late round make all the difference for them. Not having to burn those over towards B, perhaps, or picking them on the way up. Not sure which. And nice little B push from Vexite. Very, very early on. Gets Order a lot of info. This time he's playing towards long A. You get the aggression into Con from USTILO. He's just feeling it. One more. Give him the 40 at this point.
Well,
oh no,
there you go.
He's been robbed.
Gyra's snatched
He's been robbed.
Away. Ah, thought they were supposed to be teammates. Well, 3-man advantage for Order, and they're just gonna go into full max chill mode.
I mean, this is just like vintage USTILO, to be honest.
Yeah,
just like hyper aggro. I remember when he used to buy the P90 every game, just run at people.
Back in the old Voxy days, yeah.
I think, more like.
Okay. Ooh, PZ. Ain't done yet. Striking, good flash. It's Roflko again, just trying to catch a timing, pushing the molly. It'd be so annoying for the CTs to deal with, but they're going to be happy as Larry with a 2-round lead going into the final round of the half here.
And there's the 40. 3K from USTILO opens up the round and closes it out as well. He's not interested in losing Overpass, and in fact, it's in whichever teams wants to move on to the grand final. I mean, it's in both of these teams' best interest for a 2-0 to emerge here, because if we get a 3-mapper with OTs, and then you're going to go play LFO, who are fresh off the back of having some great dinner and just chilling out and watching your whole series.
What was it? Malaysian chicken curry that Sterling had yesterday. That was what the secret was.
Where'd he get it from? I need to hit that place up.
Uber Eats. So good luck. You probably have to get it from New Zealand. I heard they've got some secret sauce over there.
It's probably the case. It's VERTEX trying to get their first T round. It started well. They've picked Gyra in towards long. Order in the meanwhile, they've got Ricky aggressive in con. They've got USTILO looking to try to go for the mid-round push out long. He's heard those flashes, so that's a bit of a sound cue that Might enable him to slide out onto the line and find a nice timing. Beautiful. He's just so sharp right now.
VERTEX, just so much space gifted to them. Order looking to play for the retake, but the flashes almost work in VERTEX's demise. Looking pretty good so far. USTILO, Ricky, they're farming up right now, and there it is, 44 on the board for USTILO going into the second half. Order just need one, and VERTEX now, they are playing for that triple OT.
USTILO's just literally 3 or 4King like every round.
Yeah.
He's not interested in losing Overpass. Just legit putting the team on his back.
It's really starting to get into messy territory now, right? There's just a lot of numbers being thrown at one another. And that's when a lot of these sharp aimers thrive. You know, just playing anti, swinging off the back of someone else's contact and mopping up. Janitorial duties, if you will.
Well, VERTEX have no room for error here. They need 3 in a row on CT. See how they go. They're going to go for the double AWP. It's Brace who takes it this time. That molly's been pretty consistently missing. Who's throwing that? APOC done. Tom, you fluffed your nades, mate. Not surprised. We had him on the analyst desk at ANZ Champs. It was a disaster, and now he's messing his nades up.
Can't believe it. I cannot believe this, man. Well, where to from here? Order. Able to find this bathroom's control. PZ playing close. Again in a risky position. Speaking of close, it's Brace gazing down into short with that secondary AWP. It's worked for one, almost a second. Jiggle, though. Baits out the shot there, USTILO. Nice movement. And Brace, he was looking to go back for thirds as well. Man wants dessert.
It's hungry. Needs those gains. I mean, VERTEX are going to need a fair bit in the tank to get through 3 in a row. That's a great timing for PZ, but it seems like nothing can work for him today.
Yeah. Gets that shot in through the wall, but the molly, it stopped the boost and chipped away at all the Order players. Just looking to smash their way up short here. PZ still playing close and finally strikes for one, not a second. USTILO again. Laying down so much groundwork. APOC dud in a position that was played earlier. USTILO's going to clear it, but it's 2 found from APOC dud and another as well. In the bag for Order here. Ricky, 1-on-4 angle, already finding the first, but 4 seconds to plant. Man is out of chances. And that's a great start to the second half here for VERTEX and OT number 2. But they don't have any space to put a foot wrong.
Oh. Got to be another CT gun round for him. Straight back on the double AWP yet again. Keeping an eye on where the AWPers are heading. Even though Brace had the front spawn for A, he still opted to go towards Dumpster and throw the monster smoke. So they really want to keep the same people on the same parts of the map. PZ playing that A side. Again, aggression into short B from Brace on that AWP. Get that progression utility on the A side of the map thrown out by Vexite. As Order, they creep through con. They hold this B control. This is looking like they're really setting up for a B side play.
Sneaky movement into short there for at least Gyra. USTILO's just going as loud as he possibly can, and he's able to make that trade happen. Again, that second man in, just having so much impact. And it's a numbers advantage now found by Order. USTILO going to be hit. The spam through the corner. Chunked away up by the nade. But is it going to be enough? Roflko, he's just trying to find anything. But all of his teammates are falling around him. And PZ He's there as well, trying to make a line happen. Secondary, not going to be enough, and it's 22. Found finally by Order, who wrangle their way back in the second half, take us not to 1, but 2 overtimes, and take the first map, which was, of course, VERTEX's. So I think that's a good little turnaround coming through from Order there after what happened.